Yeah, absolutely. I absolutely do. But I mean, I don't think it matters who's president. I'm one of those people. I don't think it does.
You don't
I don't think it matters. It doesn't.
Chaos erupted in the political and celebrity worlds when legendary comedian Bill Burr took a flamethrower to the tech elite, and Elon Musk was smack in the crosshairs. Burr, never one to sugarcoat anything, went off during a heated exchange on The View, and later doubled down in an explosive red carpet moment that had journalists stunned and fans buzzing. His raw, unfiltered rant about billionaires abandoning Earth to escape accountability hit like a grenade. And it didn't stop there. What made the moment go nuclear? Donald Trump. The former president caught wind of Burr's attack on Musk, one of his favorite poster boys for freedom tech, and went on an epic tirade that insiders say left even his closest allies shaking their heads. This isn't just another celebrity spat. This is comedy, politics, tech power, and presidential fury colliding in real time. Stick around because we're breaking down the entire firestorm. How it started, what Burr actually said, how Musk reacted, and why Trump is losing his mind on Truth Social over it all. Bill Burr Uncensored. Bill Burr's March 20th appearance on The View lit a firestorm no one saw coming. Known for his no-filter comedy, Burr took things up a notch when he dropped a pointed jab at Elon Musk, saying, "They've got the rockets going because they know they've trashed this Earth." The moment landed like a grenade in the studio. Half the crowd erupted in laughter, and the other half sat in stunned silence. The host scrambled to pivot. Whoopi Goldberg offered a nervous chuckle, while Joy Behar tried steering the conversation back to safe territory. But Burr wasn't done. His tone was casual, almost bored, but his words were razor-sharp. He didn't need to yell or rant, he just said it, like it was the most obvious thing in the world. Clips of the segment exploded online within hours. Twitter lit up with hot takes, some praising Burr for his guts, others calling him reckless. But love him or hate him, his words stuck. Unlike polished celebrities who walk on eggshells, Burr leaned into discomfort, and people felt it. What made his jab sting wasn't just the content, it was the truth baked into the sarcasm. Burr's brutal honesty cut through the noise with surgical precision. He didn't just call out Musk, he called out the system, and the internet couldn't stop talking. Red carpet explosion. At the March 23rd Kennedy Center event honoring Conan O'Brien, Bill Burr turned what should have been a typical red carpet stroll into an unforgettable media moment. When journalist Nicholas Balassi cornered him with a question about his viral Elon Musk jab on The View, Burr didn't flinch. He detonated. Instead of backing down, Burr delivered a scathing rebuke aimed squarely at the press. "You guys need to get your balls back." The reporters froze. There was no joke setup, no punchline, just Burr laying it out raw. The tension on the carpet was thick as velvet. Balassi tried to shift gears, asking Burr to weigh in on political and crime-related issues. Burr shut it down instantly. "I'm not qualified to talk about this. I'm a dancing clown." It wasn't self-deprecation, it was a loaded accusation. Burr was calling out the absurdity of entertainers being asked to comment on complex issues while the press dodges their own responsibility to hold power accountable. The clip spread like wildfire online. Some saw it as Burr dodging responsibility. Others saw it as a truth bomb against a media machine more interested in hot takes than hard facts. Burr's refusal to play the game wasn't just defiant, it was surgical. He turned the red carpet into a battlefield, and the media didn't walk away unscathed. Media frenzy. In the days following his explosive red carpet clash, Bill Burr found himself at the center of a media feeding frenzy. Reporters circled like sharks, pressing him to comment on the high-profile Luigi Mangione case, a sensational murder with deep political and corporate ties. But Burr wasn't biting. During a Variety interview, Burr briefly addressed the case's ripple effect, noting how CEOs across the country were suddenly squirming under the weight of public scrutiny. But when journalists tried to push him further, looking for a soundbite or a misstep, Burr shut it down cold. "I'm not giving you a viral moment." That single line said it all. Burr recognized the game being played. Reporters weren't looking for insight, they were digging for outrage, and he wasn't going to be their bait. The backlash was immediate and polarizing. Some praised Burr for refusing to be manipulated by the media, calling him a hero for holding the line and exposing how the press exploits moments of tragedy. Others accused him of hiding behind his comedy, dodging accountability, and minimizing the weight of the situation. What's clear is this: Burr's refusal to play into the controversy machine struck a nerve. In an age of manufactured outrage, his silence spoke louder than 1,000 hot takes, and people couldn't stop debating it. Elon Musk's reaction. Hours after Bill Burr's comments on The View aired, Elon Musk fired off a cryptic tweet. "Comedy is dead." No context, no names. But the timing was too perfect to ignore, and the internet pounced. Speculation erupted instantly. Was Musk taking a jab at Burr? Musk's loyal fanbase didn't hesitate. Within minutes, hashtags like #ComedyIsDead and #BurrBacklash trended as defenders of the billionaire flooded Twitter with memes, think pieces, and fiery hot takes. Some painted Burr as bitter and irrelevant. Others accused him of punching down at a visionary. The reaction wasn't organic, it was a swarm. Behind the scenes, rumors flew. Did Musk try to reach out to Burr privately? Unverified whispers suggested a DM or back-channel message had been sent. Some claimed Musk wanted to clear the air. Others said he wanted to clap back off the record. No one knew for sure. Meanwhile, Burr said nothing. No tweets, no follow-ups, no clarifications, just radio silence. Whether it was a calculated strategy or sheer exhaustion, the move only amplified the drama. Was he playing the long game, letting the media cannibalize itself? Or was he simply done with the circus? Whatever the case, the contrast was striking. Musk fired a shot in the dark, and Burr didn't flinch. In that silence, the tension only grew louder. Trump enters the chat. When Donald Trump caught wind of Bill Burr's jab at Elon Musk, it didn't take long for him to erupt. In a fiery Truth Social post, Trump unleashed his signature fury. Burr is a washed-up loser, defends killers, attacks heroes, sad. The caps lock energy was back, and so was the drama. What made Trump's reaction so visceral wasn't just Burr's words, it was who they targeted. Musk has been a key player in Trump's post-presidency orbit, a tech titan embraced as both a free speech warrior and an outsider disruptor. Their mutual admiration has played out in interviews, summits, and social media banter. So when Burr went in on Musk, Trump took it personally. Inside MAGA circles, though, the response wasn't as unified as Trump might have hoped. Hardcore loyalists backed the former president, dragging Burr through the mud as a Hollywood elite who hates America. But others weren't so quick to jump on the dog pile. Some conservatives quietly agreed with Burr's critique of billionaires fleeing Earth while everyday people face the consequences. The result? Cracks in the echo chamber. Burr's comments, though blunt and comedic, touched a nerve that splintered the usual talking points. In a movement built on calling out hypocrisy, Burr's spotlight on corporate evasion forced even Trump's base to ask uncomfortable questions. And that's what really set off the meltdown: Conan O'Brien's involvement. Bill Burr and Conan O'Brien go way back. Years of sharp banter, late-night chaos, and mutual respect forged on the sets of Late Night and Conan. So when the red carpet exploded at the Kennedy Center event honoring Conan himself, insiders say O'Brien wasn't just watching, he stepped in. According to sources close to the event, Conan pulled Burr aside after the dust-up with reporters. The conversation was private, but witnesses described it as low-key and tense. O'Brien, ever the diplomat, reportedly tried to de-escalate the situation, urging Burr to let the media heat roll off his back. But anyone who knows Burr knows he doesn't do cooling off. Days later, Conan addressed the chaos in an interview with The Hollywood Reporter. While he didn't name names, his tone said plenty. "Bill's going to say what he wants. That's why people love him," he quipped, a subtle but unmistakable dig at the media frenzy surrounding Burr. O'Brien made it clear. He's not disowning his longtime friend. The statement resonated. Conan wasn't endorsing the controversy, but he wasn't condemning it either. It was classic O'Brien. Measured, sly, and loyal. In a world where most celebrities play it safe, Conan's quiet backing of Burr sent a louder message than any press release could. He knows exactly who Burr is, and he's not backing away. Social media war. Social media went thermonuclear the moment Bill Burr's jab at Elon Musk hit the airwaves. Within hours, #Bill Burr vs Musk shot to the top of Twitter X, trending for 48 straight hours as users from all sides jumped into the fray. Tweets ranged from full-throttle support for Burr's no-BS commentary to aggressive defenses of Musk's vision for humanity. It wasn't just a debate, it was a digital civil war. Over on TikTok, the chaos took a more creative turn. Edits of Burr's scathing quote, "They've got the rockets going because they know they've trashed this Earth," were clipped, remixed, and layered over footage of SpaceX launches, climate disasters, and even don't look up scenes. One viral video showed Musk's rocket taking off as Burr's voice echoed, "Trash the Earth, build a lifeboat." Millions of views poured in. Reddit threads exploded with speculation about Burr's next move. In R Comedy and R Politics, users dissected every frame of the interview, with some predicting Burr would address the backlash in a no-holds-barred AMA. Others begged him not to cave. Just keep roasting from the shadows. Fan pages that once idolized Musk began turning on him, dubbing him a flight risk from Earth and calling his defenders the cult of Mars. Meme culture jumped in hard, reviving the infamous Space Karen label and plastering it over everything from fake Tesla ads to astronaut cat videos. It wasn't just backlash, it was blood sport, with memes for bullets and hot takes for ammo. Burr didn't just spark outrage, he lit the internet on fire. Comedians react. Bill Burr's Scorched Earth Week didn't just shake up Hollywood. It split the stand-up comedy world down the middle. Some of the biggest names in comedy weighed in, while others kept their distance, unsure which line to toe. Dave Chappelle, according to insiders at a recent private show, is firmly in Burr's corner. He reportedly told the crowd, "You can't silence comedians. We're not here to babysit billionaires." The comment earned thunderous applause and quickly made its way to social media, where fans saw it as a clear nod of support for Burr's unfiltered approach. Joe Rogan, however, has been conspicuously silent. Known for his friendships with both Burr and Elon Musk, Rogan's lack of response has raised eyebrows. The tension is palpable. Fans speculate that he's caught in the middle, unwilling to alienate either side of his influencer giant friend group. Sarah Silverman, speaking on her podcast, kept it simple. Burr was just being Bill. That's what he does. He says the thing no one else wants to say. Her take mirrored a sentiment shared by many veteran comics: respect for Burr's consistency, even if they wouldn't go there themselves. Behind the scenes, though, younger comedians are reportedly nervous. The pressure to comment on politics, crime, and celebrity culture is growing. Burr's refusal to conform has reignited an old fight: comedy's war with cancel culture. Is the stage still a safe place to tell the uncomfortable truth? For some, Burr's outburst was reckless. For others, it was a necessary reset, a reminder that comedy isn't supposed to be comfortable. It's supposed to shake the room. And whether you laughed, cringed, or clutched your pearls, Burr just made sure no one could look away. Did Burr go too far? The most explosive moment in Bill Burr's media storm wasn't even about Elon Musk. It was the question no one wanted to touch: Luigi Mangione. The disgraced tech executive-turned-murder suspect had already ignited national headlines, but Burr's passing comments about the case added gasoline to the fire. During his Variety interview, Burr remarked that CEOs are finally feeling the heat, a line many interpreted as him suggesting some form of sympathy for Mangione, or at least for the scrutiny corporate elites were now facing. The media seized on it instantly. Headlines accused Burr of defending a murderer or blaming the system instead of the suspect. But in context, Burr never excused Mangione. He was attacking the environment that breeds unchecked power. Still, the damage was done. Victims' families expressed outrage, calling the comments tone-deaf and insulting. Political pundits, especially on right-wing networks, pounced. Burr was painted as part of a so-called Hollywood elite that deflects from crime and attacks capitalism. Burr tried to clarify, saying he wasn't talking about Mangione's innocence or guilt, but rather about the broader reckoning CEOs were finally facing. But by then, the soundbite had gone viral. The Musk moment may have started the fire, but this one nearly burnt the whole thing down. What was meant as a critique of systemic rot became a lightning rod for grief, outrage, and political spin. For many watching, Burr's Mangione comment crossed a line. Others saw it as brutally honest social commentary misrepresented by a media machine hungry for outrage. Either way, it became the moment that turned Burr's week from controversial to combustible. Career risk? Bill Burr's recent media storm has left many wondering whether this is his Chappelle Netflix moment, a moment that could redefine his career or become a permanent black mark. Just like Dave Chappelle, Burr's unfiltered commentary has crossed into dangerous territory for some, but for others, it's a necessary push against a culture of censorship. Burr's fan base, for the most part, has rallied around him. His unapologetic, raw approach to comedy has made him a hero for fans who crave honesty in an era of political correctness and media spin. Many see Burr as a truth-teller who cuts through the fake news of our time, delivering what others are too scared to say. His supporters flood social media with comments like, "Burr's not here to make you comfortable, he's here to make you think," reflecting the growing loyalty among his base. But while Burr's fans are more loyal than ever, questions are swirling about the impact on his broader career. Are sponsors pulling back? Insiders report that companies like Netflix and HBO are monitoring the situation closely. Both streaming giants are known for embracing controversial content, but whether they'll continue to back Burr after his latest outbursts remains uncertain. Burr's agent, however, stands firm in his defense. Speaking anonymously, they emphasized, "He'll never censor himself. He's not built that way." This declaration signals that Burr isn't about to bend to corporate pressures or moral outrage, choosing instead to maintain his authenticity, no matter the cost. For comedy purists, this moment is a legacy-defining one. Burr isn't just a comedian, he's a cultural force, one willing to risk it all to speak his mind in a world that increasingly values silence over truth. Whether it will cement his status as a fearless icon or threaten his career long-term remains to be seen. Trump versus comedians. Donald Trump has long had a contentious relationship with comedians, often targeting those who mock him or his allies. From his infamous Twitter wars with Stephen Colbert to his ongoing feud with Alec Baldwin's portrayal of him on Saturday Night Live, Trump has never been shy about retaliating when a joke crosses the line. His thin skin when it comes to humor is a well-documented aspect of his persona, one that sparked numerous conflicts throughout his career. Bill Burr's recent attack on Elon Musk struck a raw nerve, especially considering Trump's long-standing bromance with the tech billionaire. Musk, a figure Trump has consistently championed, represents the kind of outsider status Trump himself once claimed. Burr's sharp criticism of Musk threatened to unravel the public image Trump has tried to cultivate, particularly as he navigates a shifting political landscape. Trump's alliances have also been erratic. He's gone from supporting Kanye West's controversial run to cozying up with Musk, only to find himself in the midst of shifting loyalties and ongoing political chaos. This unpredictability plays a key role in his fragile relationship with humor. Trump's constant campaigning often prevents him from stepping back and enjoying a joke at his expense. The question remains, can Trump take a joke, or is he forever locked in campaign mode, seeing every punchline as an attack on his brand? With his ego constantly on the line, it seems the latter. PR control or fire back. In the wake of Bill Burr's viral takedown, Elon Musk's media machine has shifted into quiet damage control mode. Officially, there's been no direct clapback, but signs of strategic maneuvering are everywhere. Musk has made several appearances on X Spaces, where subtle, passive-aggressive jabs have slipped into the conversation. Vague comments about jealous comedians and people who don't build anything have been widely interpreted as coded shots at Burr. Despite the storm, Tesla's stock has remained steady for now. Investors appear unfazed by the controversy, at least publicly, but behind the scenes, insiders say Musk's team is carefully watching public sentiment. The last thing they want is for a cultural backlash to start influencing consumer confidence. The big question: will Musk ever confront Burr directly? So far, he's opted for ambiguity, letting his supporters do most of the attacking. But Musk is known for unpredictability. One rogue tweet could reignite the entire feud in an instant. His reluctance to escalate may be calculated, or it may signal that the Burr blow actually landed harder than expected. Some in political circles are starting to treat Musk as radioactive. Once seen as a tech visionary with bipartisan appeal, his increasingly erratic social media behavior and ties to controversial figures have made him a riskier ally. Burr may have thrown the first punch, but Musk's next move could determine how long this fight really lasts. And there you have it, the wild saga of Burr, Musk, and Trump colliding in spectacular fashion. What do you think? Is Bill Burr the last honest voice in comedy, or did he go too far? Drop your thoughts below, smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more chaos.